Thank you very much, Ken. Not necessarily that, or the long walks on the beach are more of a favorite than Harley riding. Anyway, welcome to this morning's breakfast. As Ken said, I'm the CEO of eData-Source. We were referred to yesterday as the CIA of the email industry, and I'm kind of proud of that in a strange way. I think there's a little James Bond complex in me. Anyway, just want to, before I start, to kind of see if there's anybody in here that actually does not know about us and haven't heard about us. This is more to check how miserable my marketing is than to embarrass you. Pretty good. Okay, I got a number of clients here though. So let's see if we can click out of this. There we go. So we're pretty proud of our client roster. We really believe that the companies that sign up with us and are our clients are some of the companies that really understand the value of following their competition. And I would say myself that, in a sense, the mantra of eData-Source can be traced back to the early Chinese warfare and Sun Tzu's claim that if you know others and know yourself, you will not be imperiled in 100 battles. If you, however, don't know your competition, you'll win one, lose one. And he continues to say, if you don't really know yourself, which we actually, by the way, help you with, you will lose all of them. And I thought that was a cheery start to the presentation. Anyway, what we try to do for our clients is that we have an interface as well as a reporting system. We follow about 14,000 marketers in the US, Canada, and the UK mostly. And what we do is we make all creative and all messaging from these 14,000 companies available in our system, searchable by things like subject line, from address, any quotes, brands, percentages in the copy, as well as IP addresses, ESPs, and so forth. And we'll show you a lineup of those search results with from addresses, subject lines, stats about the link status of the email, the overall size of the deployment, the inbox placement, how well it's perceived, meaning read rates, and this is actually the ISP's read rates, not the open rates that you're used to. We are actually agnostic to things like images viewed and beacons in emails. We will report on images blocked emails and text emails and so forth. And we will give you the originating owner of the domain it's sent from, the ISP and the IP address, and pretty much all the information you can dial out of there. We'll also give you thumbnail view of all of them, and if you're interested in creative, we gather a few million new creatives every day, JPEG them up, and make them searchable in our tool, so you can pull them down, use them in presentations to really make sure that your boss appreciates what you're doing and all your hard work, and follow through and look at how your competitor may be doing over time, what they did for last Mother's Day, when they start their offerings, what kind of offerings they have, and so on and so forth. Now, a lot of people don't want to be kind of going through our tool every day and checking everything out. So what we do is we actually have a fairly robust customized reporting team where we look at kind of over time statistics such as send volumes, open rates or read rates rather, deletion rates, which is actually something that you only get from us. That's how many people delete your emails before they open them, as well as how many delete them after they've opened them. What we also try to, or have been implementing more and more lately, is a view of how well you are getting into actual consumers' inboxes. Most of you are probably relying on seat-based monitoring of inbox placement, which is a great system. Unfortunately, when it comes to the large ISPs, it's about 85% accurate. So if you're not really on the safe side, you may be getting some false negatives and positives at the time. And I love to pick on JCPenney just because their marketing approach has been in the news a lot over the last year. And apparently they are not only losing out a little bit in the office that they send out, but obviously their inbox placement is a little bit on the decline. Now, for our customers that really want to keep a focus on that, and both on themselves and their competitors, we give them daily reports sent to their inboxes with the sending domains, with the subject lines, and all the statistics for the campaign sent the day before. What I, however, wanted most of all to impress you with today is what we call overlap analysis. And this is something that is completely new in the industry. We have started to look at domains specifically and see what other marketers are influencing the subscribers that are subscribing to that domain. As I know, we have at least one member from the cruise industry with us. I figured I'd take one of his competitors, and this is Norwegian Cruise Lines. What we see in most of these charts is on the left side, there's a big blue bubble, and it's a retailer with the first initial A. Any ideas? There's a price. Amazon. They tend to be in the 35 to 60% range when it comes to overlap for marketers. It's amazing how successful they are getting subscribers and maintaining them. But what you would think for somebody that's subscribing for cruise emails is maybe that you would find several others. In the case of Norwegian Cruise Lines, we didn't really see any other cruise lines at the top of the list. We did see Vacations to Go, which is a large online outlet, sending email to 35% of the subscribers of Norwegian Cruise Lines. Now, this may be good because Norwegian Cruise Lines does sell their cruises through Vacations to Go. Unfortunately, all the others do as well. So that's maybe something to take a look at. Carnival Cruise Lines and Royal Caribbean, however, are only sending to about, respectively, 11% of that list. So, in my imagination, and this may be completely in my imagination, I would think that Norwegian Cruise Lines is thinking about competing with these two when they're sending out emails. But by doing that, they're kind of overlooking quite possibly what 85% of their constituents. And they should more focus on being competitors to the other outlets. Now, that's my opinion, of course. Now, if they wanted to do that, they could use display advertisement in places like TravelZoo and TripAdvisor, which respectively have a 24 and a 23% overlap with Norwegian Cruise Lines. Now, continuing to pick on JCPenney a little bit. Again, you can see Amazon is there in the 43% range or so. Anybody care to guess who is the second largest overlap? Then on the far right side, there will be a retailer starting with a W. Nobody heard of them. Walmart, there you go. Walmart actually is at 33%. Now, I would have guessed probably about 3 or 4 other retailers should be there before Walmart, but I would be wrong. Now, we can also see that there seems to be some interest for special promotions and discounted products, because both Groupon and Living Socials are pretty high on the list with 28 and 25%. What struck me was that JCPenney Rewards has actually only been able to penetrate 28% of the subscriber list. Now, not having been in retail ever in my life, I don't know if that's good or bad, but I would have thought that you should be a little bit higher than that. Anybody seeing anything missing here? Target is at 22, Sears at 21, Kohl's at 17. We're still missing the one that I thought would be the main competitor. Macy's, only 11% of the subscribers of JCPenney subscribe to Macy's. We've seen this over and over again. We saw that, for example, Virgin Airlines or Virgin America, who feels like they mainly compete with American Airlines. They had an overlap of 38% from Southwest Airlines, but only 18% from American Airlines. So what we're trying to say here is that some of us have to actually rethink a little bit what the competition in the inbox is compared to the overall brand competition. Because it seems like it doesn't necessarily mean that if you have a kind of pure brand or retail overall competition, that actually extends into the inbox. On the contrary, it seems to be a lot of other people trying to get the attention of your subscribers, and some of them that you actually maybe should change your tactics a little bit to get to. Now, I promised Ken and some of the other guys here that I would be short today, and I know that presentations tend to be a little bit boring, and you know, you want to get back to your breakfast. But before I end, I wanted to first and foremost see if there was any questions. Okay.
Yeah. Any questions for GB while we got it before he takes off on his Harley? Did someone have one? Sorry. Oh, okay. Nice jacket.
Thank you very much. I was actually a little frightened that someone might also be wearing this, since I got this at the Utah Summit.
Yeah, that's right.
So since I work for GB, you should all come to me to get your overlap analysis. And I brought contracts for all of you.
That was not a question, by the way.
No, it was a bad question, but good promotion.
Anyone? Anyone? Okay. All right, well, you got Randy and you got GB here. Are you guys here for the rest of the day?
What I want to say at the end was, you know, thanks to MediaPost for hosting this. This is a great show for us, always has been. We are, and we're very excited about the new things that are coming out. The overlap analysis is the first part of a complete rewrite of our programs. We're expanding significantly the number of companies that we're following. And coming up with a new interface this summer. So, and the first part of this is the overlap analysis. For those of you that are clients, and there's probably about 10, 15 of them at least in the room, we launched yesterday a beta of the overlap analysis in the tool. It's accessible from the brand view window in the tool. If you need any assistance getting there, talk to me or Randy. If you are interested in what your own company is doing or one of your clients are doing, come see us as well, or contact us after the show. We'll send you a quick overlap analysis. So thank you very much.